Hey, Cole Jonique, this is Kenny here, chilling with Jeffrey Kenny C. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. My apologies. I don't know what just happened.
That's
Noticed
okay.
that you called, and before I can click the answer button, the call dropped. Uh,
That was me. That was me moving around. I was gonna
ah,
call right back.
okay, I got you. So thank you so much for taking this time and joining me on this interview. Truly appreciate it.
No problem at all.
So
Thanks
I
for inviting me.
Absolutely. I've been wanting to get some R&B singers on for quite some time, so I'm glad I have you
That's
on.
what's up.
And
Yeah.
so I first became a fan of yours through a local artist here in Kentucky. That's where I live. You made it a
Oh, okay.
you made an appearance on Hybrid the Rapper's album called Nothing Dies Forever.
Yeah.
You did a s-
Yeah.
the, you did a song called Time, and also includes
mhm.
Chucky Campbell, who's also a Kentucky
Right.
artist who now lives in Buffalo, New York. That's how I
Yeah.
first,
We. Yeah. I've done a song with Chucky also. Yeah.
yeah. So you have an amazing singing voice,
I appreciate that.
and that's how I first heard of you. And congratulations on your nomination for awards, though.
Yes. Thank you. Vote, 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 and vote. I did win it in 2013, so I've been recognized and nominated, and I've won one. So it feels pretty good to still be recognized for what I do. So I wouldn't trade it or have it any other way.
So let's talk about this award show and what are the nominations you are up for.
Okay, this is the Nashville Industry Music Award. Awards. It's number 10. I am up for female R&B. I am also up for female performer and for my project, somewhere in between. This is my latest album that's on all the digital outlets. So yeah, it's a good year. It's looking like a good year. It's a good year already.
That's awesome. So as far as the voting process now, can is it like when nominees can only vote or anyone can vote as far as the
Any, yeah,
okay,
yeah, anyone can vote. You just go to nimadigital.com, and Nima is just Nima digital.com, and then you'll be able to see the link that says vote, and it'll tell you all about the award show and all the details on it. But anyone can vote.
cool. So make sure you all vote for Cole and show your
Thank
support.
you.
And you definitely got our support. Going be on social media and spread the word for you.
I appreciate it.
So
Awesome.
what made you decide to get into music? What made you decide to be a recording artist?
I've been singing ever since I was a little girl with a tape recorder in my grandmother's bathroom. So I've always wanted to sing, even if I was just singing for myself. Once I realized I could sing, I just loved to sing. And it's just something that stuck with me. It wasn't my first love. My first love was writing, but um, I wouldn't trade music for nothing in the world. It's it's the best release I could have ever been given in life.
So who was some of your favorite artists growing up that inspired you to be an artist?
Well, of course, anybody that does R&B, they're going to say Prince. You've got Patti LaBelle, Angela Winbush, um, Luther Vandross. Um, um, uh, oh my God, it's just so many of them. Anita Baker, Mary J. Blige, Erica Badu. I'm an old school girl, so I love to listen to older music because older music has so much substance to it, and it just the music itself has so much to say. So I still listen to old school over new school any day.
You know, this is that's what's been missing on the radio is that R&B that we grew up loving back in the 80s and 90s. It seems
Mhm.
like more R&B artists tries to go with the hip hop crowd, try to blend with hip hop. It doesn't feel
Mhm.
like it doesn't feel like a Luther Vandross or a Curtis Mayfield or
Yeah.
or Prince or those type of artists who stood to the test
Yeah.
of time. And I mean, how do you be from a fan's standpoint? I mean, what's it like when you listen to R&B currently today, and it's nothing compared to what the R&B genre was like? I mean, do you think this is something that become more of a trend? Is it feels like the original R&B format's forgotten? Like, what's your take on R&B that you hear on the radio these days?
I definitely feel like it's a trend just because you listen to some songs, you can't tell who the artist is 'cause everybody sounds alike, the music sounds alike, there's no substance. And it's just nobody listens to the words anymore. Everybody wants something that sounds catchy by the music first. And I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the world, and you got some people who like um, just catchy music. But if you listen to the words, a lot of it's repetitive and tell a story. That's what we're missing right now. We're missing hearing the stories of our lives, the stories of our everyday lives. It's not all about drinking and partying. It's about love. It's about life. Our culture. We're missing a lot of that.
I mean, the R&B that I listened to, back in the day, it was definitely emotion. It was about love and heartbreak.
Exactly.
It was it
Yes.
was it definitely what it boils down to is that the storytelling is definitely what's missing. It's more about
Yeah.
being repetitive, repeating the same thing over and over and over again.
Exactly.
It's
Yes.
and I can hear it once in a while, but once every other song on the radio does that, I'm done. Um,
Right.
that's why I'm more into listening and supporting local artists and indie artists because I can guarantee that they sound completely opposite and they have their own
Yeah.
style, their own sound,
Yeah.
and things like that.
That's because we still have our control also. When you get with labels, you lose a lot of your control, and a lot of artists they're looking for labels to sign them instead of putting out their own music. My first project was put out by Tate Music Group, but I still have a lot of my own control because it was a marketing and distribution deal. Um, but somewhere in between, my latest project, it was uh, released by myself. So, I learned the process and I went and did it on my own. So, I have my own control. And that's what a lot of artists are going towards is independent music, like Tyrese. Tyrese is considered an independent artist, and look where his music is going. But he's also an artist that puts out real music. He tells stories. So he's a prime example.
Can't forget about those heartthrobs that ladies be screaming for. I mean, that's what's missing in
Oh,
music too. I mean, every girl's be they screaming a Genuine and Tank
oh
and
yeah, yeah,
Tyrese and the list goes
yeah.
on
We
and
definitely
on.
can't forget those.
So I think I'm gonna just speak for the ladies that that's something that's missing too, because it's not.
It definitely is.
But but I guess that's how music is these days. Not just R&B, but music in general. So
Hmm.
somehow, some way, someone's gotta be separate themselves from the pack and willing to take some chances musically, and just let people know that
Exactly.
those type of artists are not forgotten. Give us something
Yeah.
to remember, man. That's the type of music I grew up loving.
Yeah,
and it's
I miss the stories. I crave for the stories. I'm like, old school. There's a lot of old school music that are the that are the soundtracks of our lives.
the soundtracks of our
You go
lives.
back
That's
and
great. Yes.
yeah, you go back and listen to the words. They're soundtracks. They're soundtracks for what we were going through in life and stuff that we were witnessing. You go back and you pull up any old song or any older song. I'd say from the 90s, 2000. I say 2000 on up. There's stories about our lives. It's music that you can relate to, music you can appreciate, and it's just thoughtful songwriters. That's what we're missing, just the songwriting.
Absolutely. Two quick questions for you before I let you go. Do
Okay.
you have any like new music, upcoming shows, performances that you want your fans to know?
I don't have anything scheduled just yet. Possibly something that will be at Venue 109 here in Madison, Tennessee. So that's something that you guys can follow with Venue 109. Their social media links, doing stuff with that. Now, I do host a show called Mic Check TV, so you can go on YouTube and find those links. We air here in Nashville team Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 10 to 11, and we're actually going to be adding some new shows, so that's also something that you guys can keep up with. And that's Mic Check TV, Nashville. And there's also a social link for that. So you search that or just search my name. You pretty much can find anything I'm doing. And I do have a website if people want to keep up with me and just know how to find me. So it's definitely appreciated when anyone is interested in what I do and what I have to offer. So I appreciate you for interviewing me.
I truly appreciate having you on. For people that wants to learn more of Cole Jonique, check her out. She's on Facebook. She's on Twitter. She's on Reverb Nation. You can check her.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. And just it's Jonique.
Yes.
For people that wants to know your last name. And thank you,
Uh-huh.
thank you so much for your time, Cole. Continued
Thank
success.
you.
And again, congratulations on your nominations. You can go to nimadigital.com and
Mm-hmm.
check her out. She's nominated for Best Female R&B, Best Performer, and her album Somewhere in Between is also nominated.
Yes.
And that is available on the digital sites.
Yes.
So
iTunes, Amazon, any Google Play. I'm on Spotify, Rhapsody. I'm on all of the digital assets.
awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Cole. Continued success, and you have a great night. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right, all right, bye-bye. That was Cole Jonique out of Tennessee joining me on the show.